Okay, let's get back to work. I guess I have to see this somewhat as work. I'm kind of annoyed by the fact that it has to continue, but I have to be patient because life is eternal and grace is infinite, and that's the truth, right? And that's what saves us from the finite delusions of ourselves to think we're powerful, because we can write down on a piece of paper something, get everybody else to agree to it, and then engage in aggressive activities that we see as enforcement, right? Which is absolutely ludicrous. It's delusional insanity, right? But human beings are being engaged in it. We built the wall, we built the pyramids, so they've been engaged in it for a long time. Just because you perceive something, you break it down and you understand it to the most minute detail does not make you powerful. It also doesn't make you intelligent. Okay. If you're intelligent, you have an understanding of how things work and how to observe, understand and obey natural laws, so you don't have to dissect bodies and study the brain to see what you're doing to the brain, because you're not observing and obeying natural laws. I watch Big Bang Theory. I'm just a blonde monkey to you, aren't I? It's like, no, he's an excessive compulsive idiot who has brain damage. Okay? He comes from people that have trapped the glory of the soul in the brain, okay? And then become condescending, aggressive, abusive people because they manipulate people with their perceptions of power. Okay? Trust me. I've been dealing with these assholes my whole life before I was even born. So it means the people that share the spiritual essence with me have been dealing with these people for over 10,000 years. And then we don't need another Lord of the Rings fucking movie. Trust me. It's horrible, right? Shit, burgers and fries. Okay. Now, guys, what we're doing right now is we're all merely surviving because of the bad brain activity, the collective bad brain activity. Okay. So what's happening now is we're stopping and then eliminating the abuse and then recovering from the abuse of the bad brain activity that we're surviving in. Okay, and this is my time. This is, and it says, throughout, pretty much agrees through almost all religious documentation, from the Jews to the Christians to the Muslims to the Mormons to the Rastafarians. Okay, it's also in Hindu. Okay, because have you seen the the Matrix movies? Okay, so in the Hindu and the Buddhist, okay, and it's also in the Shinto. All right. So those are like, Jantheism is based off of a reaction to people using Islam to be mythological and so Jantheism, Zoroastrianism is also a reaction to this relative form of communication. So all religions that are still existing and have people communicating about religion, okay, all agree about this culmination of the apocalypse, which is the acceptance and understanding and worldwide living of the apostles, okay, from the rabbinic religion. Okay, so we're talking about Jews, Christians, and Muslims, Mormons, and Rastafarians. Okay, UNITY. You're gonna have to unify in order to save your children from your egos. Okay, and the focal point of that unity is a little white boy born of Mary and Ralph, next to the place where the United States of America, the greatest country that ever was, okay, that was conceived in philanthropy and then aggressive ownership and manipulation of other people, even their own women and children, okay, then went and aggressively mass murdered everybody across this continent that stood in their way from becoming the greatest country in the history of the world, according to them. Okay. During World War II, where they were liquidating the assets because of archaic laws created by man, which you can't do, right? We're mass murdering Jews that were dealing in foreign assets, okay, to make people more wealthy economically, to create war machines to mass murder each other, to manipulate the assets, and to make lots of money off of making the war machines and off of the war. Okay. This is the United States of America, guys. This is your great country that you're fighting for because you want to deny parsons and deny living the Lord's Prayer. Okay, all you people in the United States that love Jesus Christ and put on TV shows about singing songs about Jesus Christ, your God. Okay. And Rockefeller would tell me all the time, they'll gladly kill you, but they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and Jesus die, Parsons. And he's had me on YouTube and Facebook for 15 years. And Facebook shut down my Facebook because I wouldn't take money from the Temple of Illuminati, a military invented organization to end all corruption in religious corporations. Do you guys understand what the fuck is going on? Okay, and I have to sit here and survive. And then when I get the technology to use as a tool, so I can stop through my thoughts, words, and actions, okay, the abuse of military corporations that inflict their rules of genocidal engagement on us, they call laws. Okay. I tried to explain it to my dad yesterday. He got mad. Your view of the Constitution is fucked up, Earl. You're wrong. It was conceived. And then he sat there and told me that the people that wrote the Constitution aren't required to obey the Lord's Prayer and live it. And I said, but Dad, they said it says it's God created. Yeah, it's conceived on their perception of the Bible and God being Jesus Christ. Okay. And they're not obligated to obey Jesus Christ. And he still got mad at me. And I'm like, I had to walk away. I was like, I just can't talk to this man. He's incoherent. Okay. I love him, but he's been so abused by his government and he's so afraid of his government killing him that he'll obey his government to stay alive and be a part of their greatness. And I'm like, no, Dad, no. There's nothing great about what the United States did to become a nation and is still doing to see themselves as a separate nation to the rest of the world. And Haile Selassie told me that. It's one big dirt cloud. I didn't tell him that. One big dirt cloud covered by one big body of water given to us by the glory of God, and not the egos of people that write down on a piece of paper that they own the place and then every people agree to it because they will violently kill them if they don't agree to it. Okay. It is not difficult to understand what the fuck I'm saying. I'm not Sheldon Cooper. I'm not Barney Kripke. Okay? I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm not Michio Kaku. Okay? I'm not Stephen Hawking. Right? It is real easy to understand what I'm saying. It is real easy to grasp the intelligence of myself and reflect it your own damn self. Okay? That's why I am the light, I am the way, not unto the faith of Father Abraham, except unto me. And it's not Donald Trump because he's incoherent and insane. And Joe Biden is a career politician that tries to act like he's not incoherent and insane, but everybody knows he is. And the same with Kamala Harris. She's like Barack Obama. She went to a school where they used linguistics to rape you with philanthropy. And you have to accept it or they will, quote, legally blonde torture you. Right? Whatever, I don't know. I remember Amy watching that movie. The one that she did that made more sense about, what's the name of that stuff? Politics was the one she did with Matthew Broderick, where she's a student cheerleader and the student body president. She has sex with her teacher. And then she gets her teacher in trouble. And then she gets his best friend in trouble for trying to protect his buddy for making a mistake, having sex with the student. And then she becomes a page or a political person after, because she learns how to work people. You ever seen that movie? It's horrific. But you're watching it going, oh my gosh, this is, yup. This is politics right here. Yeah. Use a young, hot girl to sexually compromise the guys that try to have integrity so you can manipulate them. Okay. Just forgive, debt, and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful peace. You won't put yourself in that compromising position, being a dictator and a legislator, calling yourself an educator. Okay. Having other people's children, telling them how to be trained consumers and manipulate people as trained consumers. You ever seen it? It's with Matthew Broderick and Reese Witherspoon. Yeah, it's a pretty creepy movie. Like watching, going, wow, this is a train wreck. Yeah, most movies are. Most movies are a fucking train wreck. You ever seen a Sly Stallone movie? Train wreck. Jim Caviezel, Denzel Washington movies? Train wreck. Do you even get up and say, hey, let's live the Lord's Prayer and stop all this shit and love our wives and children faithfully, eternally? No. And they're all just a fucking train wreck, and you're paying money to be entertained by a train wreck. Even if it's what to expect while expecting. You know, because you look at, there's no solutions at the end of the movies. Holes. Okay. They find a big thing of gold that used to belong to his grandpa out in the desert that Mr. Sir was looking for. And Pinansky, who was the doctor, right? And then they discovered that this sploosh stuff that scares off mythological little spotters also stops stinky feet, and Dad becomes a multimillionaire from stopping foot odor because people are superficial and narcissistic, all you Lumi Mando people. You got nuts. Just be healthy. Just live in a healthy environment that people live the Lord's Prayer, okay? Then eat healthy foods. Okay? And then just be a person and smell like perspirant. Okay? Trust me. We've been doing it for tens of thousands of years before the fragrance industry, the frankincense and myrrh industry, right? And she'll turn you on, and he'll turn you on. Like Kim Cattrall's character on Porky's. There you go. Boom, boom. Bang, bang. He shot me down. Bang, bang. I hit the ground. Do you understand? So stop your sex in the city and start making love down on the farm. Because you can live with the farm, but you can't. The city can't exist without the farm. But the farm can exist without the city, y'all. So you're going to have to rethink the way you engage in large populaces. And do things right to honor the farm, because the farm is the reason why the city exists. You just got to understand, you got to honor your wives and children, okay, before they can honor you. Anybody want to be elected president? Okay, well, hey, who's your Messiah? Thank you. Okay, I miss Patrick. It was fun talking to him. I'm not a granddad. He hasn't had kids yet. So my job as a dad is to make sure him and his wife want to have kids, because the world is worth raising children in with the people on it that love their children, just like they love their children and they love their neighbor's children the same. Well, I'm good at that. You know me. Okay, I love you. Don't play catch up. Just submit to faith and then love. There's no contest. It's just you're faithful or you're not faithful. All right? Peace.